hungry for a win against a Western Conference rival. The Golden State Warriors are ready for this thing to get started. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And Portland starts out with the ball. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Barnes and Green are the forward set. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. And it's Ezeli in at the 5. Roaming the paint.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just a take-no-chance slam by the big fella.
Now Lillard after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Plumlee with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Here's Harkless. Warriors with the rebound.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Lillard. And Mo Harkless, the basket on the assist by Lillard. Harkless has got his first bucket in this one. And Thompson kicks to Green. The screen from Thompson. It's blocked. And here is Harkless. And here's McCollum for 3. And that one's good. McCollum's got himself on the board with 3 there. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Here's Lillard, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Uncovered. And again, it's Portland converting.
And early on, they'd been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Now here's Curry. Green dishes to Thompson. To the paint. Here's Ezeli. Count the bucket.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Here's Curry. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. A different look now for Portland. Davis comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Krabs subbed in for Maurice Harkless. Golden State also making some changes. Spates checked in for Ezeli. And it's Iguodala in for Harrison Barnes. Just 3 to shoot. Thompson for the triple. That one's off. He starts the game with the miss. Curry against Lillard. Kicks to Crabbe. Goes up on the wing and misses it off the right side of the rim. And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson. Greg, those are good points. He passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there.
And here's McCollum after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Lillard attacking. And another 3 for Portland.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
A different look now for Portland. Leonard, he's checked in for Plumlee. And it's Henderson for McCollum. The Warriors also with a sub. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Curry. Thompson outside. Feeds it to Spates. Back to Thompson. And he goes in for the dunk.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
The Trailblazers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
The numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year, but just a tad worse, so not too bad.
No good from Spates.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Portland, no good that time either. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Grab the pass to Lillard. Davis sets a screen. And Lillard kicks to Davis. Pass to Leonard. No good. Good D by Thompson. The dive for the ball. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Trailblazers leading by 7 from Portland. We're back in a moment. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. C.J. McCollum out there with Henderson. Then there's Myers Leonard. Then there's Vonleh. And it's Harkless in at the 3 spot.
Well, Portland had another strong season against the rest of the West. Ended up with a record of 31-21 in the conference, and that was good enough to earn them the 4th spot in the West.
Azili. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down. Trailblazers leading by 3. Leonard dishes to Henderson. Leonard the pass to Vonleh. Just 5 to shoot. There's the triple. And that's collected by Bogut. And it's the Warriors on the break. Barnes got the ball.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim. Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trailblazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And with the Blazers and injuries, even when they fought through pain, guys weren't at 100%. Aldridge wasn't quite the same with his hand injury.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Plumlee comes in for Leonard. And Ed Davis is subbed in for Noah Vonleh.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the stick.
Oh!
How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. And here's McCollum for 3.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
And the pass to Bogut. Stolen by Henderson. He lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Curry. But they'll get another chance. It's stolen by Davis. And up.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have. Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Aminu's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Rush is checked in. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's McCollum. Can't hit. And Golden State will go the other way with it.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says, but still anybody's game.
Curry with the defensive effort.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Davis. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Alan Crabb, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Gerald Henderson. 1:49 left to play here in the second quarter. And another fast break for Portland. The Trailblazers running. Good. Now it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Lillard attacking. Passes it to Plumlee. And here's McCollum for three. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Offensive rebound.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
For the Trailblazers, Myers Leonard comes in for Mason Plumlee. And Vonleh subbed in for McCollum.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Ian Clark's checked in for Sean Livingston.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
On the wing, Thompson. And he lays it straight in.
The offense really coming around here in the second.
It's about rhythm, Clark. They're up above 50% now for the game, and you'll take that on any night. And defensively, there's still some work, though, they're going to have to shore up.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Lillard with it. 6 points for him. Here's Aminu. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's his first trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good.
Taking
2 free throws for Aminu. Here's Thompson. Here's Clark. The The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. And now the third quarter about to get going. Warriors trail by 9. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Azili in at the 5. Kicks it out to Lillard. Plumlee with the screen. Shot clock at 6. Here's Aminu. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Aminu's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Portland. And Thompson throws it down.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Now a timeout called by Portland. As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
That's good. And that's 12 points for Steph Curry.
I don't know what's happening defensively.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Davis is checked in for Portland. The Warriors also with a sub. Livingston's checked in. Warriors trail by 7. Curry kicks to Azili. And the dunk by Barnes.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flow. And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
He came off the screen and finished with authority.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Harkless dishes to Davis. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Livingston kicks to Green. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Henderson passes to McCollum. Over to the left wing. Here's Crabbe. And that one is stuffed right through.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard. And
the Trailblazers making a change here. Longley's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And Ian Clark subbed in for Sean Livingston. rejection by Iguodala. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
Warriors have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Curry dishes to Green. Back to Curry. Wants to get it to Spades and does. To tie. And the layup good by Curry. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Portland. And then for Golden State, Rush comes in for Green, and it's Klay Thompson in for Steph Curry.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Now McCollum, 14 points for him. Off on that one. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. From Portland, we're back in a moment. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Now, here's Lillard. Harkless is out there with Aminu. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Plumlee. And it's Crabbe in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Golden State. That's good from Plumlee.
Well, I tell you what, Portland was fantastic from the line last season. How about this? Shot over 80% from the line as a team. That led the entire league in free throw shooting.
And it's Thompson with the jam. Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And Clark, that could rise again before we're through.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Iguodala. Plumlee with the steal.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Terry Stotts gave to his team during that last break. He told his squad, listen, guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If we do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make the simple play. Kevin?
Clark kicks to Bogut. The drive by Thompson. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Here's Lillard. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Iguodala outside. Pass to Rush. Shot clock at 6. Here's Thompson. Over Aminu. And it's Thompson again missing.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Different look here for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Bogut. Green comes in for Andre Iguodala. Barnes, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. And Steph Curry subbed in for Ian Clark.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA. Just the shot they wanted, point-blank range.
Lillard with the block. And they get it back. And Curry has it in the corner. Grab the pass to Plumlee. It's stolen by Green. Here's Azili. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Well, you talk about clutch plays, defensively and offensively. We saw both right there.
And the gap's narrowing right now, Clark. Every second from here on out counts. Neither team can afford to make mistakes. You gotta manage the clock and play smart.
Lillard against Thompson. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Crab. Back to Plumlee. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
And he is unable to get the second one. Warriors trail by 3. Here's Curry with the 3. It falls. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
Sinks it. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
You know, shooting as well as he has from the floor in the game this tight, guys, you've got to think he's going to be a factor near the end.
Thompson against Lillard. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's in!
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Thompson. Money!
Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
timeout called by Portland. Lillard outside. Oh, no good there. The potential. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1, getting going right now. And it's the Warriors to start out. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the floor for Portland. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Harkless is out there with Aminu, and it's Plumlee in at the center. The Warriors shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Iguodala with it, now guarded by Plumlee. Livingston dishes to Bogut. Just 5 on the clock. And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Rabs checked in. The Warriors leading. And here we go with Barbosa. Heading to the hoop. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. The Trailblazers shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Lillard from outside. Rebound Bogut. Bogut's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here is Livingston. Covered by Lillard. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Outstanding work at the foul line to make this a 2-possession game.
And Aminu kicks to Lillard. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Maurice Spates.
Second team foul.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And he ends up making the second, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a 1-possession game.
Green, the screen. Back to Curry. Fires for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
There's the pick. From deep. My. How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I
How
just saw
in the
right
world?
there, Kev.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
Sure can, because they've earned the win. It's going to be a tough loss to swallow. They just didn't have much gas left in the tank once we got to overtime.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And Portland has possession. They trail by 7.
It's going to be a tough loss to swallow. They just didn't have much gas left in the tank once we got to overtime.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. They escaped with a victory, although they needed Clark an extra period to get it done.
Well, I think it was one heck of a ball game. Both teams gave great effort, and the bounce